Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new box office breakdown show here on Max Talks Movies. We're going to break down the box office of this past weekend, which was July 15th to July 17th, which we had two new releases hitting theaters. As well, we're going to break down the overall domestic and worldwide updated 2022. Welcome back to Max Talks Box Office here on Max Talks Movies. My name is Max Emberg. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and ring that bell if you're notified when these videos drop. I do this breakdown every single Monday, as well as other TV, movie, and reviews and movie rankings. So please subscribe, ring that bell. So if you're new to the channel, please comment down below. First of all, what did you see this previous weekend? What are you going to see this upcoming weekend? And what are your overall thoughts? Are you shocked about some movies that are in the top 5? Are you shocked at films that did not make the top 5 list? Let me know in the comment section down below. And also, please like the video, guys. The thumbs up button really helps so more people will be recommended to watch this video. So let's break down this weekend first, July 15th to the 17th. And in its second weekend, Thor, Love, and Thunder comes in number 1. It gets another 46.6. Now, it does take the usual blockbuster drop of 68%, nearly 70%. This is one of the worst drop-offs for an MCU movie to date. Now, it did obviously open pretty big, but it has not. It definitely fell off for sure. We were kind of expecting this with its divisive nature. This is definitely one of the most divisive MCU films, honestly, of all time, where there's a lot of people who love this movie. There's a lot of people who hate this movie. I don't fall in between, but I find myself liking it, but not even close to loving it. My review is currently up on the channel now, but this is a pretty big drop off, near 70%. We thought it was projected to get 68. It stays at 68 with its official numbers. So Thor now is up to 233.9 domestic. We will see if it will definitely not be able to get to $1 billion. It'd be one of the top domestic grosses of the year. As this is the second of 3 Marvel films, but as of now, it is definitely below Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. We'll get into more of that in a bit. In second place in its third weekend is Minions: The Rise of Gru, drops another 42% and makes 26.8 million this weekend, and a 263 domestic total in 3 weekends. Really solid again for Universal. Shockingly, it's their only film now in the box office this week. So at one point, it had 3 movies in the top 5, down to just 1. We'll talk about that in just a second as well. But this franchise coming off $2 billion films. Again, this will not get to $1 billion. But a lot of people did see Minions: The Rise of Gru. 263 is a really good number for this movie, as already Despicable Me 4 has already been announced. So they are fully satisfied with the numbers, as they're going to keep this franchise going. The biggest shocker of the weekend, though, is at number 3. And that is the new release, Where the Crawdads Sing, making $17.2 million. Now, this is a huge shock because multiple reasons why. This was competing also against the other new release of the weekend, which was Paws of Fury: The Legend of Hank, which I will talk about in just a little bit. But as you can tell, Where the Crawdads Sing completely overperformed because I think a lot of people were not really interested. I heard no one talking about this movie. And the 2 biggest names attached to the movie are not even in it, with Reese Witherspoon as a producer and Taylor Swift doing an original song for the movie, but led by Daisy Edgar-Jones. 17.2. This is a Sony Pictures movie, exclusively in movie theaters. No one was really talking about really any of the new release this weekend, but $17 million is a really great opening for this type of movie. So Where the Crawdads Sing, one of the biggest winners of the weekend. And number 4, still in the top 5 in its 8th weekend, is Top Gun: Maverick. It drops another 21%, but it gets another $12.2 million. And its domestic total, which is now top of the year, is $618 million. Truly amazing. Top Gun: Maverick, 8 consecutive weekends in the top 5 box office. Truly, truly a special box office run for Top Gun: Maverick, as Paramount has another big. This is the biggest domestic movie of all time for Paramount. So the most amount of money they've made off of their movie here in the United States, and this overall is their biggest movie of all time. And ranking out the top 5 as Elvis, hanging in the top 5 in its 4th weekend, drops 28%, racks up another $8 million. It is up to over $100 million. Is Elvis $106 million domestically for Elvis, So a big win for Warner Brothers. I think there was a report that came out. I don't think anyone's been confirming that they would keep this movie in theaters throughout the fall instead of just going on Disney Plus in a couple of weeks. We shall see if that stays true. But Elvis is at number 5. Now, the other big story of the weekend was that the other new release, other than Where the Crawdads Sing, was Paws of Fury, The Legend of Hank, which is an animated film, a mixture of both Paramount Pictures and Nickelodeon. Did not get in the top 5. It only made $6.3 million. Big, that's a big disappointment from the box office point of view. Paws of Fury was an animated film. Yes, it was competing against Minions, The Rise of Gru, Thor, Love and Thunder, I guess the same kind of family friendly, but you had Elvis, Top Gun Maverick, Where the Crawdads Sing. You would think that I at least assume this would do better than Where the Crawdads Sing, but shockingly, the Where the Crawdads Sing beats out Paws of Fury by $11 million. So clearly, no one was really looking forward to this movie. 6.3. The other big news was that both the Black Phone and Jurassic World this past weekend was actually released digitally, 30 days after release for Jurassic World Dominion, 20 days for the Black Phone. They're both not in the top 10 anymore. You can rent them right now anywhere you can find, really, on iTunes for $20 and purchase the film, buying it for $30. But now Jurassic World and Black Phone are available at home, Universal, changing up that strategy for those two films as they kind of feel that their box office was kind of finished. So they get the head start on everyone. And that's why a lot of people were talking about these films this weekend, because they were released digitally. Let's look at the top domestic movies of the year. Top Gun Maverick is still the biggest movie of the year, $618 million. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness gets another $411 million. The Batman is at number 3, getting number 3 of $369 million. Jurassic World Dominions number 4, $359 million. Minions: The Rise of Gru is at number 5. It's at $263. Thor: Love and Thunder is at number 6 of $233, $30 million back of Minions. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is at $190. Uncharted is at $147. Lightyear is at $115. Elvis is at $106, and The Lost City is at $105. So we have now 11 movies now over $100 million, but now The Lost City has been kicked out of the top 10. Elvis slots into the number 10 spot. A lot of up and down films here. As you see, really, Lightyear is seen as a pretty massive disappointment. Thor, not disappointing. We'll see. It needs just under $200 million just to pass Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness domestically, but still, no one's even close to catching Top Gun Maverick. And then we look at the worldwide chart, where Top Gun Maverick is still the biggest movie of the year, $1.16 billion is at number 1. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness is at number 2 at $946. Jurassic World Dominions at number 3. It has now made over $900 million with $902 million, with a 39% domestic share. So about 60% international for Jurassic World Dominion. So it needs 98 million total to get to $1 billion. It will probably not get there, as now it's available digitally. The Batman's number 4, 768. Minions: The Rise of Gru is number 6, 533. So $500 million for Minions: The Rise of Gru. Thor: Love and Thunder about to get to the exact halfway mark to $1 billion with $498 million in 2 weekends. Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore hanging in there, number 8 with 404. Uncharted to number 9 at 398. And wrapping up the top 10 is Sonic the Hedgehog 2 at number 10 with $397 million. So we only have one, and this is probably the biggest release left here in the summer. We have a couple. These next 3 weekends are kind of the last 3 weekends with major movies hitting theaters during the summer season, with Jordan Peele's Nope from Universal. That is hitting theaters exclusively this weekend. His movies have done pretty well. Get Out and Us did very well off of the success. The question is, how will Nope do at the box office? It will be taking up some IMAX screens as well this weekend. So first of all, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Where the Crawdads Sing, a huge surprise. Let me know your thoughts. Like the video, subscribe. More videos are coming soon, including possible reviews of other TV shows that I missed earlier in the year, like Pam and Tommy, which I actually will be doing a review of tomorrow here on the channel, so stay tuned for that, as well as a review of Nope this coming Thursday. Stay tuned for that. And I'm back here on Monday breaking down the box office. See you guys soon.